I realized I didn't want to live my life not going out and doing things. I didn't want to live my life in this fear and anxiety and not be able to fully enjoy what life has to offer. Hello, my swole babies. It's been a while since we've done a Q&A, so I think it's about that time. Y'all have questions? Well, I have answers, so let's dive right into it. Careful You Tarot Podcast asks, how did you get to the point of doing social media full time? Well, here's the thing. I actually don't do social media full time. I do it kind of half and half. I do half personal training, half social media, and I also do pet sitting too. So maybe instead of half, it's 1/3 of all those things combined. So yeah, I don't actually do social media full time yet, but I will. I will be doing social media full time. I don't know when. I mean, I would love to do it as soon as possible full time, but social media, it's a weird one, man, because you just never know how long things are gonna take. Everybody's path looks different. Like, I've been doing this for like 6 years, but some people, they've been doing it for like 1 year and they're doing it full time. But then other people, they've been doing it for like 10 years and they're still not doing it full time. So everybody's on a different clock, and I try not to compare my journey to other people's journeys, or else I will go insane. Ryan H4827 asks, do you know what happened to Remington James? I don't know what happened to Remington James. We haven't talked in years. I don't know what happened, but I hope he's doing good. Molly Bob 2463 asks, do you have kids? I don't have actual offspring that I've literally given birth to, but you guys are my kids. That's why I'm called Mama Swole, which sometimes I get irritated with my own username because people think often that I'm actually a mom and that my channel is like fitness for moms, but that's not it at all. It's supposed to be like muscle mommy thing, and sometimes I think about changing my name, but everybody's like, no, don't change your name, Mama Swole. So it's solid. It's your name. It's been your name for years, which it has, and I love the name. That brings me to the next question. Do you want kids? Fuck no. All respect to the moms out there. I think that's probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. I personally do not want kids. I never have, and I honestly probably never will. It's just not what I want in life, and that's okay. I hate how people act like women's only purpose in life is to bear children. Fuck that. I lost a nail, so I probably should use the other hand. Fuck that. And yeah, I respect everybody's choices. I think everybody should be able to make their own choices in life and not feel pressured to have kids or not have kids. Just do what you feel called to do because you want to do it and not because society pressures you into doing it. Okay? There's my little rant for that question. How tall are you? It's a secret. Usually I tell people 7 foot tall just to see if they believe me and just to see their reactions. I don't know. I don't like saying my height. I don't like saying my age. I don't like saying certain things about myself online because I like to be mysterious. That's not actually why. I don't know. There's just certain things I don't like to share for some reason, and that's one of them. What are your goals in the gym? Well, mostly just to get as strong as freaking possible. I like aesthetics too, don't get me wrong, but my main goal is to get stronger. Dragon Nuts, nice name, asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I mean, ideally, I would like to have my own house, but in this economy, girl, I don't know. That's a big goal of mine though. I want to own my own home one day. I want to do social media full time, like I said. I want to travel to Japan. I just want to be surrounded by really good people. Still consistent in the gym, still grinding, very successful, rich, you know. I can't lie, I want to be rich. I want to be an amazing dancer and an amazing DJ. I believe those could all definitely come to fruition in 5 years from now, as long as I keep grinding. Agent Chris asks, how big would your dream home be, minus the home gym? See, that's a tough question, because I used to think I wanted a huge house, and now I'm like, I'm gonna have to clean that thing, or I'm gonna have to hire somebody to clean it, and I don't really want to do either of those. So I don't think I need a huge house. I definitely want a home gym. That would be so awesome, but I want it to have a pretty view, and I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. Bank robber 6993. I hope you're not robbing any banks. How long have you been training? I've been training for, I think it's been 9 or 10 years. That's crazy to say, because I don't feel like I've been training that long, but started my gym journey when I was in college. I just loved it ever since. My journey is kind of crazy. I have a couple videos about my gym journey, but I've been thinking about doing an updated video, so let me know in the comments if you would like to see an updated video about my fitness journey. Reluctant Frog, what was your biggest challenge in your life? How did you face it, stumble, and still choose to keep getting back up again? Whoa, that's a deep question. Oh my God, I've had so many big challenges. I don't know which one was the biggest. When I had problems with my eating, I can't say the full name of it because the YouTube gods will smite me, but that was a pretty big challenge. I've made videos about that too. Or I went through something in college that I don't really like to talk about. I'm not comfortable talking about it yet, but it gave me PTSD. I suffered for years from that. That's actually probably the biggest one. I went to therapy and I worked through it with a therapist. I realized I didn't want to live my life not going out and doing things. I didn't want to live my life in this fear and anxiety and not be able to fully enjoy what life has to offer. So I felt like it was time to talk to somebody about it. What keeps me getting back up again is just my goals, I think. My will to want to live such a beautiful, happy life, because I know when I'm 90, if I look back and I think, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and I should have, and I wish I did, that would suck. So I want to be 90 and look back and be like, yeah, I lived the fuck out of my life. Like, I lived life to the absolute fullest and I didn't let fear hold me back. So I guess that's what keeps me going every day, you know? Leron L3 ADTV asks, where has been your favorite vacation spot so far, and where and what does a dream vacation look like to you? I loved Greece. I loved it so much. It was such a beautiful country and I would go back there in a heartbeat. A dream vacation, just like going out and trying new things. I know a lot of people like vacation just to relax, and I do like to relax too, don't get me wrong, but I just love exploring new cultures, trying new foods, trying new adventurous things. Like, I think it's so fun to just see the world because it's such a big world out there. And I feel like living in America, a lot of people are so nationalistic and they think that America is the only country that exists, and it's not. There's such a huge world out there. There's so much more than just America. I don't know, I think that the other cultures are honestly a lot more interesting. It's just so cool and fulfilling to see. Firefist Jace 4338 ask a couple questions. What is a healthy way to diet that will keep you full and not wanting to cheat? Okay, here's my thing. I don't like looking at food or dieting like it's a thing that you can cheat on. I don't like the word cheat at all, and I don't even really like diet culture very much. I do agree that if you want to get to a certain goal, you do have to eat a certain way, but I don't like thinking of it like I'm on this strict diet and I can only eat this, and if I eat another thing, then that's cheating. Like, I think that just creates a very unhealthy relationship with food. I've been there, I've done that. So I think a healthy way to do it is to just look at it like I'm gonna eat this certain way for this certain period of time because I wanna reach my goals. I used to try to never tell myself, oh, I can't have that food, because that would just make me want it more. I would tell myself, I don't want that because it doesn't align with my goals. I feel like also eating just a lot of fruits and vegetables and nutrient dense food, that keeps you fuller longer. And also protein. A lot of people don't know this, but protein is the most satiating, which means it keeps you the most full for the longest amount of time. That's just what works for me, I found. And I think everybody has to figure out what works for them. What are a few workout routines that everyone should follow for basic weight loss? Definitely weightlifting. I know people think cardio whenever it comes to weight loss, and I agree, you do need cardio too. I just think that weightlifting helps you build muscle, and the more lean mass you have, the higher your metabolism is gonna be. So I just think it's super important, and it doesn't have to be every single day. You can literally lift, like, if you're a beginner, 3 to 4 times a week. Definitely mix in the cardio as well. Has anything crazy ever happened to you on vacation? Yes, actually, my last vacation. This is some tea, but there was this guy yelling at my aunt. I can't remember exactly what I said, but at one point I remember he called me sweetheart, and I instantly snapped at him. I was like, don't call me sweetheart, because it's like, ew, don't call me that. Don't be a weirdo. Not that crazy, but craziest thing as of recent. How do you balance everything in your life from gym, friends, work, and DJ/social media? It is so difficult, I'm not even gonna lie, but I love it. I love being busy. I love having a lot going on. I love working. The thing that brings me so much joy and fulfillment is just knowing that I've accomplished something. Yes, it is difficult, but it is worth it. And just because something is difficult, that's not an excuse to not do it. So I choose to kind of overload myself on purpose and put a lot on my plate because I know I can handle it. I have a planner that helps out so much. Basically just putting everything on my planner and scheduling everything out is what helps me keep my balance. If I didn't have that planner, I'd be so lost. Dustin Labarge, what was your upbringing like? I mean, I think my parents did their best. My dad is the best dad ever. I love my dad so much. He's the reason I am so hardworking. He instilled that at a young age for me to just grind, and he's always supported me. He's always told me that I could be anything I want to be, and any adventure I've ever gone on, he's just so supportive, and I'm so grateful for that, because I know a lot of people's parents aren't. And you know, we all have 2 parents, and I also grew up with a different parent that was alcoholic, and I don't like to talk about that too much because I don't like to seem like I'm talking bad about that parent. I'm not trying to, and I know that growing up with those challenges made me who I am. I would not be the same woman today. I'm very lucky, honestly, because I was shown what can happen with alcohol when you become an alcoholic and you abuse it. I've learned that when I was a kid, so luckily I was shown what route not to go on. I think a lot of people are not shown that, or maybe they are shown that and they still go down that path, unfortunately, but I'm grateful enough to have learned. I think everything in life is a lesson, and I learned that that is not the path I want to go down. I want to go down the same path as my father, like very successful, very happy, just always positive, always kind. Damn, I've been crying a lot. I've been crying a lot in my videos lately, bro. I don't want to cry. But damn, it makes me emotional to talk about because I'm just so grateful that my dad raised me the way that he did. Also, the area I grew up in wasn't the most inspiring area. A lot of people in that area, if you have a big dream, people will just shoot it down. It just wasn't the best environment to grow up in, the town where I was, but look where I am now. If anything, I think it's cool to see that I've come so far from where I grew up. I set out to do all these things and I really did them. And that's not to brag, but it's to inspire you. That pretty much sums up my childhood. I hope you liked this Q&A. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comments and subscribe to join the Swole Squad. Give this video a like and I'll see y'all in the next one.